Think Tank Thursday with CafeFuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your restaurant. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about search engine optimization, or more specifically, restaurant website optimization for local search. And I threw in there, and is it worth it? Because I think this is an important thing to cover. And you've probably heard about search engine optimization, SEO for short, and maybe website optimization. So I wanted you to kind of understand that those are all encompassing terms. And all we're talking about is how do you get people to quickly and easily find your website in Google. So if somebody does a search on their phone or on their laptop, their desktop, whatever, that they find you when it's appropriate. And then the real question becomes, is it worth it? So just very quickly, one of the things that you can do on a website that'll have an immediate impact is to just create a local page on your website. And this is one of those things that we've started doing. It really does have an impact. So I do recommend that you have a specific page on a location. So if you are targeting one town or one city that you want people to know about, to find you in, then have a page on the site that is specific to that area. And then take it one step further and include information specific to the area, not to your restaurant, because it is a signal to Google that your restaurant is specific to that area. And again, it's one of those things that we just kind of started stumbling upon, and it really does have an effect. And the more we start looking at the benefits, the more we start seeing it in other avenues. So we see it around in other industries, and it is a very effective way to just create a quick boost in how you're found. Now, I do recommend that if you're in a larger city, rather than hoping to be found in the large city where there's tons of competition and then hoping that the people that find you are local enough that they'll come to you, I recommend that you figure out if there are any very small local names of areas that you can target. Because if you can get really specific in terms of where people live in towns and neighborhoods, if you can get down to the neighborhood, then you can have an immediate impact. Now, are thousands of people searching for that every month? No. But the 10 or 20 who are going to find you fast, and they're going to come. And that is worth more than fighting over the 1,000, searches that everyone is going after. Now let's get down to the next question. Is it worth it? And I'm going to give you a little context here. So let's pull up the 9-step system. The very top there where it says getting found fast, that is where we're talking about search engine optimization. That's when those floodgates start to open. Now, why are we putting it way up at the top and not early on? Well, to answer the question of is it worth it, the answer is yes. And I will be happy to talk to anybody that thinks the answer is no, because in the long term, in the long game, search engine optimization is incredibly valuable. In the short game, not so much. Right now, why do I say that? Getting a lot of people to find your website fast when you don't have anything else going on driving people to your website, it's really hard. And in fact, I don't recommend that you spend any time there other than the basics. Getting your website set up properly, having some basic off-site search engine optimization, and that's a whole other conversation, but there are two types of optimization: what you do on your site and what you do off your site. As long as you have just the basics done there, then all of the work that you're doing on, let's put that back up, on those other steps, on the, making sure your website's set up properly, your reputation, social media, marketing systems, new customers on demand, video marketing, getting them back, all of those things will have a significant impact on how you are found in search results. And that's why we don't recommend you spend a lot of time, effort, and especially money on search engine optimization early in the process. So if you have been around for a long time and you have all that other stuff going, then now it's time for search engine optimization, because it will have a much faster and more profound effect. The other thing that I want you thinking about is that, let's say we wanted to get fast results and somebody wants to look you up. Well, it is important that you come up for your name, right? And that is, again, foundational, website building, so that you come up right at the top for your name, and making sure that Google and Bing and Yahoo, all those directories know you exist. And there are some things you could do to make sure that that happens. And I do recommend that. And then it also means that when you are, let's say, running some display ads, and there are this is like a really interesting topic, but display ads are those ads that you see on websites all over the internet, not Facebook or any other social media or YouTube, but actual websites that you are visiting, like history.com or weather.com. You could put ads there. And when you're doing that, it can be extremely effective. And again, making sure that your SEO, that when somebody looks you up specifically, that you get found is incredibly important, because if we're going to put these reminders in your area that you exist, and what's fun about this is if you're like, okay, we can pull from, let's say, an 8-mile radius, or maybe you're just so fabulous that you can pull from a 10-mile radius. You can target that 10-mile radius and just show it to everybody. Or you can say, I want to only show it to moms that are within this age range. And you can just show those ads to those moms, and it's very inexpensive, right? Because we're not showing it to hundreds of thousands of people. We're showing it to a very small group. And then when they are thinking about where they should go, and they have seen your ad, your name 5 or 6 times that day over the last 4 weeks, they're going to look you up. And that's where the search engine optimization comes in really handy, because if they look you up, they're like, I kind of remember it was this, or maybe it was there, and I looked at this and that and the other thing. We want to make sure that you show up when they search for you. All right. So don't just think about all of the terms and things that you might love to show up for. Make sure that you show up for your name or something similar to your name. And then always remember that quick little tip that I gave you, which is to put in a page about your location. So not specific to the restaurant, specific to the location. And we're seeing some really neat stuff where that is having a huge effect. So take advantage of it while it is still working. All right, that's what I want to cover for you today. I hope you found some value in it. And we look forward to seeing you next time on Think Tank Thursday with CafeFuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.